Hello, everybody. Welcome to the CJN podcast Rivkush, sponsored by the Canadian Race Relations Foundation, and I am Rivka Campbell. Today, I am so pleased to have Sara Braun as my guest. She has recently published a book, an autobiography, and it was released in March of this year. And I have to say, I love the title. I am always tempted to change the first word of the title, but it is a very deliberate title. And it is called That Black Hasidic Lady, a memoir of a dark-skinned Hasidic woman. Love the title. So welcome, Sara. I'm so pleased that you were able to join us. So,
Thank you.
So you know you're going to get the usual questions because we want to get to know you. But ultimately, the best way to get to know you, and I'm saying this to our audience, buy her book. Buy her book. I read it basically in one sitting.
Really?
You drew me in, Sara. You drew me in, and then I would pause and say, "Oh no, but I need to find out what happened." Oh, really? Oh no, I got to find out. And then when it ended, I was like, "Okay, I need the rest of her life story."
That's what a lot of people say.
Yeah, you know what? It felt like you just cut us off.
Yes. You know why? Because at some point, I got married, I got the children, and then I got divorced. And then my life got more boring. I was already settled with who I was, and life was just pretty much dull. So I figured, okay.
Sara, this is what I'm going to say to you. Let us be the judge of whether your life became dull. Still write about it. And we will let you know if we think it's dull. Because somehow I don't think it's dull.
No, I actually got a lot what you said, that why did it end like this? You kind of left us hanging.
You did, but you know what? That's a good thing. You leave us wanting more, right? You leave us wanting more. So let's start with Sara, and you're from Holland, the Netherlands, who I actually have to say is one of my favorite football teams. I do have an orange jersey, but that's a whole other thing. So tell me a little bit, because I want to paint a picture of Holland, and especially paint a picture of Holland, not in terms of the wonderful wooden shoes. My mother's been to Holland, so she actually has a pair of wonderful wooden shoes, which are quite comfortable. And what we visualize Holland as. I want to go a little deeper. I want to see Holland through your eyes. So through your eyes, Sara Braun, and how was your childhood in Holland?
Yeah, because the Holland that I grew up in and the Holland is today are really different. So the Holland that I grew up in is very similar to how most Americans view Holland today, which is the windmills and the wooden shoes and the typical Dutch blonde people with blue eyes and
tall.
Tall, yes. I am not the smallest. I am pretty tall, and people often relate, "Oh, it's because you're from Holland," but I don't really have Dutch blood, really. But whatever, I take it. Thank you. So, the Holland I grew up in was pretty much like how most people in America visualize it to be. I do have to say my childhood was very nice, very pleasant. I grew up around a lot of farms, a lot of freedom, a lot of nature, a lot of
nice,
just wholesomeness. I knew everything still do, about flowers, about animals, about the 4 seasons, about nature, about farming. That these are just things that were taught to us naturally at a young age. At 3 years old, 2.5, 3 years old, it was perfectly safe to just roam the streets by yourself, not too far from obviously around the house.
Yeah.
But those things were just perfectly normal and was very safe. Honestly, also me as a child, we were one of the only dark people in our area.
Right.
And I never experienced any racism, what many people might think. Yeah,
Right.
We never really experienced it. We were actually more so praised for being so so exotic, and yes,
Interesting.
and, isn't it? And
Yeah.
the smell that came out of our kitchen, it smells so delicious, and the
Because it's
spices.
real food.
Yes, my father, he used to always cook, and he was a very good cook also.
Nice.
So, and my hair, very, very curly hair, very thick hair, and everybody always wanted to touch it, and wow, and so thick, and when if you make a braid, it stays. And yes, I want that, and
Wow.
So, yes, I really had a very pleasant upbringing, I must say. But
was it a very Jewish upbringing?
No.
Okay.
Not at all. Very, the area I grew up in was very, like Catholic, Christian Catholic, like.
Okay.
No, you technically did not really want it to be Jewish in that environment. It was not welcomed very much. So I did not really want people to know that we were Jewish, really.
Mm-hmm.
No, especially around the holidays, the Christmas and the Easter and stuff like that. You just wanted to be part of. I wanted to just be part of that and experience that. That was cool. Being Jewish was not appreciated.
You're being very tactful. So, when you say appreciated, what level of not appreciation? Like, is it like they would just say, "Oh, they're the strange Jewish family down the road"? They don't, or would they be a little more assertive than that? Would they be more like, "Oh, those Jews," as opposed to the? Oh, okay.
Oh yeah. There was a Jewish family in our neighborhood. He went to my school, and they were not treated nicely. And the boy was bullied. He never had play dates. He and I was just terrified for that. I did not need that. We were popular. We were cool, and I just wanted it to stay that
way. Yeah, like any normal child would, right?
Exactly.
Like you don't want a negative target on yourself. I think that people and myself, because I guess growing up in North America and growing up in Canada, people have their stereotypes about Jews and this and that, but it'd be very rare. I would like to think it would be very rare to find a story of like what you said, especially in this generation and in our generation. I'm just going to assume we're the same age, even though I probably have a couple decades on you, but let's pretend we're the same age. And it would just be about, oh yeah, they're Jewish, but not, oh yeah, they're Jewish, we can't play with them. So I found it hurt a little when I heard that, because I thought that stuff was over.
No.
In Europe, like.
No. It's definitely not. Still today, really not fully. But where I grew up, those are old-fashioned Dutch people. So they're even more so, very blunt about. When I came to America, I was au pair for a Dutch family. And even they just, they just said the wildest things about us.
Wow.
And I was just flabbergasted,
Yeah.
And that was a pretty modern family even. They were not even so typical, like, farmer Dutch people.
Right. So those things, they take root and they hold on.
Unfortunately.
Oh my goodness.
Unfortunately, but you have to remember also that these people are the children of. Excuse me. I have a tickle. Oh. These people are the children of. Sometimes, Nazi sympathizers.
Okay.
They are the children straight from the Nazi regime.
Actually, they would be, wouldn't they? That generation.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
Yes, I was a child in the 90s in that area, and so.
Yeah, absolutely. You kind of put it in perspective when you said that. So tell me a little bit about your family. You talk a bit about your great-grandmother, and just, a little bit about your family, if you don't mind.
Sure. Where should I
Yeah.
start?
Yeah, exactly. Without giving any spoilers, too. Gosh, but you did
Oh,
have a relationship and an interesting relationship with your great grandmother,
yeah.
correct? Yeah. So,
So my great grandmother, funny enough, I am named after her also. But anyway, my great grandmother,
oh,
she was she originates from Eastern Europe. She was the last Hasidic person in my family, if you will.
oh,
Uh, she was a gorgeous woman. My mother says even when she was younger, she was just stunning. She had dark hair, green eyes, slim, just tall, beautiful, whatever.
yeah,
I remember her also. Unfortunately, my memories of her are not so. Even if she wouldn't always say much to me, you can just feel the coolness, the cold.
yeah, yeah.
She was not loving towards me or my siblings at all. She would be towards other cousins who were of lighter color. Um, yeah, she was just very racist. She gave my grandmother away because my grandmother came out dark. So she gave her away to her father's side of the family. And my grandmother unfortunately passed away at a very young age, when she was 32 years old.
It's very young.
And when that happened, my great grandmother came back to claim my mother and my mother's sister custody of them. Why? I don't know.
Yeah, you took the words out of my mouth. That's odd.
Yeah, very interesting. Wouldn't surprise me because she got money for it or something, to be really honest.
Okay,
She loved money.
fair enough.
She even had my mother marry my father because he had a lot of money. Otherwise, it was a no-go because he was not Jewish and he was black.
But the money balanced everything in his favor. Wow.
Yeah. Yes. There are a lot of stories about my great-grandmother, and then when money plays a role, that things are okay for her.
Oh, wow.
I'm sorry that I talk so blunt and perhaps disrespectful, but it's
you're speaking to fact, and you shouldn't soften fact. Fact is fact, right? And it is what it is. And obviously, we all know there is colorism around, and unfortunately, for some, it's right in our families. Which hurts even more. But continue, please.
Yes, so she claimed custody of my mom and my aunts. So my mother was 5 years old, and she was practically raised by her grandmother. And my mother, for her, it's hard to talk about it. And here and there, now I pretty much know as much there is for me to know. But as I got older, she here and there let go of a few things of what she went through, or what her grandmother said to her or said about us.
Wow.
But as well, my mother, she was raised in a very non-loving way, in a way of that you should be grateful that I took you in, you, die Schwarze, you black girl, But my mother, she still today, my mother is a very idle woman, very very vain, very proud of who she is.
Right.
Interestingly enough, because she did not get that from her grandmother. Right.
But she found her own self-esteem.
Somehow she did.
Wow.
And she would wear heels when she was a teenager because she said, I have to feel high. I am high. I have to feel it. She had these things. She has this thing to her that she always had to dress to perfection because she's perfect. And my great grandmother couldn't stand it. She would just try to knock her down.
I was going to say, sounds like, but she wasn't having it. Your mom that sounds incredible, because that could not have been easy.
No. And, and to me, that's pretty interesting, because for me, if I think about myself and how I am today, it's all coming from my mother. I took really example from my mom and believed everything she told me, and that's who I am today. But my mom did not have that. But still, she has such a pride about her, which is amazing.
It is. That's strength. And that's probably how she was able to cope. It was like, you may say this about me, but I am this.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Where did she get it from? I always
Awesome.
wonder. Yeah, I do feel like she is sensitive for certain things and certain topics. And me being Hasidic and so involved in the Yiddish community, she's always like, don't let anyone disrespect you, and don't take BS from anyone. And you are this, and as if she feels like all those other Hasidic people are like her grandmother. And don't let anyone tell you any nonsense. You know who you are. Blah, blah, blah. So she's always on edge. When I was getting married, of course she was happy and jolly and smiling and greeting. But if somebody tried to go anywhere or say anything funny,
there's that. It's almost an inherent distrust, and you're her baby. Yeah. And you're her baby, and it's not, that cycle will not happen with you.
Exactly.
It's probably what she's thinking.
Exactly.
That's an impressive woman.
Yeah, but she was sensitive for it as well.
Yeah.
Sensitive for it, like Baruch Hashem, I feel like whatever. You say this, okay, whatever. It's your opinion. You do you, and whatever you feel is fine with me. Doesn't.
So you think in some ways maybe too heightened to it, like she just couldn't relax.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
But my mom, unfortunately, because she grew up in that.
Yeah.
It still feels like, you are like my great grandmother. I am gonna watch you to make sure. So. Oh
my gosh. Well, something else that I know that you did get from your great grandmother was Yiddish.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'm like, okay, so I do not speak Yiddish, even though I have this book called The Idiot's Guide to Yiddish. And and every now and then I say I speak Seinfeld Yiddish, Even though my favorite word is surist. I hope I'm saying that right. Yeah. I love that word just because the word feels like what it is. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I use that.
I use it with my kids a lot. Yeah.
Yeah. So there's some Yiddish that I'll throw out every now and then, but then I get nervous because I think to myself, don't think I can actually understand everything else. But you are a fluent Yiddish speaker.
Yeah.
And you were a fluent Yiddish speaker pre-New York.
Yeah. Although I must say that the Yiddish that my great grandmother spoke, is different than the Hasidic Yiddish that my kids speak now, or that we really speak all in the house now. More like the dialect.
Okay.
So that, and for me it was just because, I spoke to my great-grandma Yiddish, but I would never dare to do it to my friends or whatever. Nobody has to know back then.
Because that's very, very Jewish.
Yeah, oh yeah. Exactly. Was when I came to New York and I started to having Hasidic friend here and there. It felt so comfortable, so home-like. And I describe it in my book as well. But the place where I worked, the first time that I got to take care of a Yiddish kid, the baby, a newborn, automatically and naturally, I started to speak Yiddish to the baby. Not even really. It's as if a Yiddish soul speaks to a Yiddish soul.
Yeah, I understand. Wow.
It was not even like, conscious. It was just like
just
something
natural
that came
flow
from the heart. Yeah. And our father was like, I should speak Yiddish to my daughter. I don't speak Yiddish.
It is happening.
Exactly. He was more modern Orthodox, but it just happened so naturally.
Wow.
And, So it even though I preferred as a child not to just do it and people to know it.
Yes.
It was still the thing that is in your heart that really is you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
it's not just a language for you. It is who you are. It is your here. It's your soul. It's your gut.
Yeah.
And another cool thing, it may be a spoiler, but I gotta say that I was kind of like, oh, she's so lucky. And your whole story around your singing.
Lucky.
You think you have a voice, you can sing.
Yeah.
Look, if you heard me sing, you'd say she's right. She can't sing. But I was like, oh my gosh. And you were just so determined.
Yeah, super determined. Yeah, yeah,
Like you
yeah.
are, I'm going to go past tense. You're an impressive young lady, like
Oh,
kid, like just
thank
that
you.
streak. So do you sing
Thank you.
for yourself? Or you haven't like completely, I hope not, because that's a gift.
No, I definitely sing. To be really honest, my biggest passion is singing. I sing since I'm 14, and I have a piano right here.
Oh, good.
Yeah,
I'm
I
happy.
no, I sing all the time. I keep up with my voice. I keep it warm.
Oh, good.
Yeah, I sing all the time. And
Wow.
yeah, and it's hard because I don't feel comfortable really singing in front of men, even though I don't necessarily believe that a man shouldn't hear a woman's voice.
Mhm.
I'm just not comfortable because I know it makes them uncomfortable.
Uncomfortable, and that's fair.
Right, but sometimes there's this niggin that they're singing this song,
Yeah.
and I just
You just get,
get so carried away.
oh my God, I wish people could see you right now because I can actually see you already going there.
Yes, I'm swaying. I'm swaying.
Yeah, you're already going there. Oh my gosh. And I guess that's also, clearly you have a really good ear. So that is why you are, I gotta count on my fingers, trilingual, why you're a polyglot. You speak Yiddish, you speak English, and you speak Dutch. Your ear must be incredible.
Yeah, languages was always my strongest point. Also in school, I didn't score so high on everything, but on languages I always scored very high. Languages and art.
Yeah, your ear. It's you.
Yeah,
It's
perhaps.
Oh my gosh, ever venture into Hebrew?
I'm sorry? Oh,
Venture to learn.
yes, I don't speak Hebrew. I understand some here and there.
Okay.
My community is also not really into
Hebrew, day-to-day
at all.
Hebrew. Exactly.
Yeah, definitely not.
Yeah.
But my kids have quite a few Hebrew friends from Eretz Yisrael.
Okay.
And they really, understand quite a bit.
Mhm.
And so because of that, I pick it up and I understand more and more.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did your kids get the gift of music, of the ear? Like,
No, not at all. Well, my youngest, yeah, he's a goof like me, and he likes to dance and sing.
Okay, so there it is.
Yeah, but he's not good at it.
Oh.
And he's honest, he's not. He's really not. But my two oldest, no.
Yeah.
The dancing, they don't even have a feeling
Rhythm?
for rhythm.
Oh, no.
No, they don't. They don't. But it's fine. They're perfect in their own ways.
Exactly. But I thought I'd ask because, the gift, did the gift keep on giving?
I wish. No,
Oh
if it's
gosh.
singing or dancing, it's definitely my youngest son, Meyer, who has the most passion for it. But my second son, he is autistic. And interestingly enough, right now he's very aware. So he kinds of, shuts down when there's music and he gets embarrassed easily, whatever. But when he was younger, if you would see him at a chasana, he would just
free.
Completely, yeah. His whole neshama got carried away. He would dance throughout the room and close his eyes.
So it's there. It's there.
Very interesting.
He's just holding it down.
Now he really is. But now even when I try to dance with him or sing with him, he just doesn't get the beat. He just no. But whatever.
And sometimes it's I guess sometimes it's about the beat, but often it's just being with Ima, with mom. Right?
Yes. Yeah.
Right. Okay, so you need to tell me. Okay, here's what I need to find out from you, because I always am interested in what makes people do what they do. Mm-hmm. And writing a book is a big thing.
Yeah.
I don't know, how long did it take you?
3 years. 3 years.
Oh. Yeah, 3 years. And in that 3 years, you're not just only writing a book, you're trying to live your life. It's
exactly
a big thing. And it's also a big decision to do that. Because it's you are telling things that I'm a private-ish person.
Mm-hmm.
So I
Me
couldn't
too.
ever remember. I don't know if I could ever. I sometimes say it
Yeah.
would be kind of, but I don't know if I actually could, because
Yeah.
people are going to be reading stuff that usually I
Mhm.
keep with me.
Yeah.
So, and you just said you too are private.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
what made you say, you know what, I'm going to take this leap?
A few reasons. A few reasons. First of all, ever since I got to New York, people are like, "Really? That's just you must write a book." That's first of all.
Yeah,
And
because if I can interject, you just taking off to New York as basically a teenager, I was thinking she crazy.
I was.
Crazy. But nonetheless, please, I have to say that. But you were saying, people were
Yeah.
saying,
Yeah. So first of all, that's what people always said. But then I felt like, you okay? Yeah, thank you. I know it's interesting, but I keep this story to myself. But as I live my life and I have kids, and I just and also today how we are being put out there, like what kind of people we are.
mm-hmm.
I just felt like, besides of telling my story, I think it's important also to let people know really how diverse the Yiddish people can be.
Yes.
Also within the Hasidic communities.
Yes.
Hasidim are not just what you see on Netflix and what you see usually walking around. And there's so much more to it. And there are so many different kinds. And some of us do have like, different ways about us, or different stories, or different backgrounds, or look different. And I just felt like, for that reason too, you know what? I'm sick and tired of this. No, I did not convert. This is who I am. And sometimes this is how we are. And I'm going to tell it.
Good for you.
Yeah.
Well, I got a chill when you said that, because I got a chill when you said it was so important for people to see the Hasidic community differently.
Yeah.
Because there is a lot of stuff that people say and stuff around the communities.
Yeah.
And even the lack of recognition that Hasidic is not Hasidic as Hasidic. There's Hasidic within Hasidic, you know?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's
Definitely,
like you said, it's not all just one group of people who happen
Exactly.
to wear black. You know?
Exactly.
And we have to learn to move past that. And you did illustrate that in your journey. You did. You illustrated in your journey, and you were very real about it.
Yeah.
And I think too, just the fact that you embraced, because let's be real, Sarah, you could have come from New York or come from Holland to New York and just been Sarah, just like whatever.
Yeah.
And just be Jew in name only. You could have done that. But you this is the other part of your book. You followed the man. I had to say that.
Never did it today. I should
hope not. I read it. Yeah, that's what I said. You're brave. And then you embraced your Judaism, and then you took it even further.
Yeah.
And
because what you just said, you could have gone to New York and just be Sarah. Mm-hmm. That's really what the plan was, to just go to New York and just be Sarah. And that's that. I just grew towards something unintentionally and really unconsciously. It just happened. It's just where I went and still am, and where I belong, and where my heart is, and where my soul is.
It's clear, like it was clear it was meant to be.
Yeah.
I felt that in that. And even as you went through your different paths, it was one path, but you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like it was like modern orthodoxy. No, it's lovely, but I need more. I need more. It was like you were hungry and you just wanted more.
Yeah. You hit the nail on the head. Exactly. Yeah. I did indeed. I been in different communities, felt them all out, not on purpose. Oh, let me see what this is. Let me see what. No, you know. And at some point, I felt like, oh yeah, this is really where I belong.
And everything was. There was no point that I ever felt that it wasn't authentic. There was no point. It felt very natural, and you let us into your thought processes, and even when you were like, this is not enough for me. I'm here at this place, and this is how they do, but I it's not for me. Yeah. But at the same time, I didn't get the impression you made them feel that they weren't good enough.
No.
You know, like it was like, you're good enough. It's just not for me.
Yeah.
I need more.
No, I never would intentionally do that. I am very respectful of everybody how they wish to practice Judaism.
Yeah, your book and you actually really are an incredible, and I will say this, an example of how a Hasidic woman should be. Like you really were. I was like, maybe I should have kept being religious. Like as full disclosure, I walked the line. At one point I was modern Orthodox, and I kind of walk the line. I go up and down, back and forth. There are some things that I will never compromise on. There no compromise, but I have to say, I do have a huge appreciation for those who do not compromise like I do. I really do. Because I always say, if it weren't for the Sarahs, if it weren't for whomever, would we recognize Judaism? Would we recognize what it is? And am I making any sense? If we walk the line, and I think century upon century upon century, because of that, we have Judaism today. We have Jews today. And, whether or not you deem yourself observant, not observant, a little bit, whatever, we're Jewish. And I think because of that holding on to Torah and holding on, that is why we recognize each other. That's my opinion. And that is why we are here today.
Yeah. Yes, but hey, don't feel bad. You are who you are, and that's really wonderful.
Oh, I'm good.
No,
I do have moments of, but
yes, no, but I how do I say this in a way? Like, you have other good things that perhaps I really don't have. Everybody has their role. Everybody has their part in this world, and really, trust me, even though I do these crazy things, because if I have an 18-year-old daughter, I would not let her do what I did. I would chase her around. But what was I about to say?
That we all have our own things and we do things.
Yes, but I was going somewhere. Oh. But I was kind of like stuck on me
back,
when I was 18. Yes. The thing really is, I am not so, at least I would really not describe myself being so perfect. And even though I am Hasidic today, I grew up so modern and so my mother instilled such a confidence in me that I know that sometimes I think things that most Hasidic women would not think, if you will. I'm not going to speak it.
No, understood.
Yeah. Like, really, there. I have. He also said things to certain highs, rabbis, whatever, that usually women should not say or would not dare to say.
Right.
But I just feel not disrespectful things, but just things like, this is what I think, and this is how really it should be, whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have been very blunt in ways that most Hasidic women would not be. But it's because I'm raised that way.
I was going to say, it's because yeah, we're all a product of where we're from
Yeah.
and our past. We all
Yeah.
are a product of that.
Yeah.
And it doesn't make it right. It doesn't make it wrong. It just makes it
Yeah.
different.
Right. But never disrespectful, though. Just let me make
Exactly.
that clear.
No, I feel that you are not going to be the disrespectful
No.
person.
No.
So no, that to me is understood. But I do know what you're saying. There are some things that would be awfully bold to say because there is a custom of not.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so it's throw people, right?
Yeah.
But it's just a custom of not.
Exactly that. Exactly that. Yeah.
Right? Yeah. Oh my. So how is your mom coping with her Hasidic daughter otherwise, other than making sure that nobody messes with her? Because you know, it's shades of, because it's not unknown in your family. You come from a Hasidic family when all is said and done.
No.
And it's like you've gone, you know, it was like it's come back around, right?
Yeah.
With you. But it is something that I was thinking, like, if my daughter said, oh, you know, mom, and started that journey, I'd probably be like, okay, we gotta, like, I have to adjust myself now. Like, it's like, I gotta process this, right? So, and how is your mom with that? Like, was she like,
but
okay.
my mom, she got kind of accustomed to this Tzibitla, like little by little, not like mom, like from one day to another.
Oh, good. Okay.
I'm just like, I come from Holland being modern, and then all of a sudden,
then go back to Holland to visit her, and you're like, oh, surprise.
No, it didn't go like that. She saw me going through the different stages. And whatever, my mother is really a person, if this is what you want to do, then go ahead. I just don't want you to lose yourself. You stay true to yourself. And don't do things because other people tell you to do them. Do them because they feel right for you, by you. Mm-hmm. So, and that's really always how it has been for me in the first place.
Okay.
But my mother really is a type of person that she just wants her kids to be happy, whatever that is. If you want to be gay, if you want to be Hasidish, if you want to be a hippie, whatever it is, just don't do nobody harm and be happy.
It's a good role model.
Yeah. Yeah. And I'm kind of the same way with my kids, kind of. They just don't know, and I don't want them to know. When they're older, they may know, because right now I do want them to be a certain way.
You want them on a path, yes. You want them on.
Exactly.
You do not want them taking off out of the house at 17 and running off somewhere. You want them on a path,
exactly.
And that's fair.
Exactly. I do respect them and their opinions, and you know, one of my kids aspires, the other one does not, and one has a. So I do try to respect them in certain ways within boundaries.
Right.
But really, I would also just the main point is, the main purpose is for my kids. They just have to be happy. I sometimes paid a lot of money for summer camps or for this or that.
Oh yeah.
If my kids say after a week, I'm just not happy, there goes all my money. I would take them out.
Yeah.
You know, and maybe it's something that mothers do and fathers wouldn't. I don't know.
Yeah, well, that sounds like the right thing to do, because
I guess, right?
Ultimately, you're right. You want them to be happy. You want them to feel that you want your children to always understand that you have their best interest at heart.
Yes, and another thing also, really, to be really honest, if they're not happy, I am not happy.
Exactly.
So maybe I did it for myself. I don't know, so that I can stay happy. But it's just important.
And you're the mother of boys. You're a boy mom.
Yeah.
Boy moms, like, oh, mothers and their boys.
Oh yeah. Definitely. I have a foster daughter now, though. But she acts like the boys. A foster daughter.
Oh.
Yeah. Yes. And when they told me that she's going to live with me, I bought dolls and bows and this and that and da. And then she comes here and she wants to run, and she doesn't play with the dollhouse ever, and she just wants to do all the
hang
things
out with the boys
do.
Okay, so now, Sarah, I'm going to go back to what you said about boring. Are you kidding me right now? That's why That's why I was like, did I hear her right? Like, that's why I said pardon. Like your life wasn't busy enough and you opened up your home and your heart to this young lady.
Yeah. Well,
That is
our little brother
awesome.
too, by the way. But
Okay. And if people can see you, she looks very relaxed and calm and not tired. I would look more raggedy than I already look now.
no, you don't. Stop.
Oh no,
You
no,
really
don't humor me, Sarah. I know what
No,
I look
you
like. I
really
can see my
don't.
vision. But but that is incredible.
Oh, thank you.
May I ask, and what led you to that? Because that is not an easy thing to
Lend
do.
to that.
To fostering, because that's not easy.
Because it's so needed. It's so much needed. First of all, I love kids. Anyone that knows me very well, or a little bit well, for that is, knows that I love children. I've always worked with children. Right now, I'm working with children from the Ukraine to integrate them. And that's just kids are my world, are my life. I always want kids to just be okay, whatever it takes for me to do. It's just my passion. Kids. So yeah,
it was easy for you. It was like a no question. Yeah,
absolutely. And really, if you see how much they value every little thing that you do. If I go to the store, I buy them a lollipop. I picked them up from school and I give them. They're like, they call me Ima.
Ima, yes.
Ima. Thank you so much. They're like, they're so appreciative. My kids are just like, oh, thank you, mommy, thank you. But these kids are like, well, they never had these spontaneous gestures of kindness. So, and that makes it so worth it. My foster daughter told me the other day, next time, please, when somebody asks me who we are, can you just tell them that I am your daughter instead of foster daughter?
Oh, and your heart must have just like swelled up, eh? Because that's the ultimate.
Definitely.
Oh,
definitely.
Yeah, your life is not boring. Just in case you didn't know that already. Okay.
Thank you. That's sweet.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I feel like it's boring. I feel like it could use some spice, but thank you.
No. You have enough going on. Be careful what you say out loud too. Like,
bring it on.
Bring it on. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
So here's a question for you, because sometimes I get this question.
Yeah, sure.
Because people will ask me, and obviously will ask you about, how do we navigate the white Jewish world, right? Yours being Hasidic, mine not. But how do we navigate? And there are definitely commonalities in how sometimes we are approached in the questions. That doesn't matter what type of Judaism you practice.
Yeah.
But every now and then I get a question about the Black community.
About the Black
community or the African American community. I sometimes get, it's like they say, well, how do they feel when they hear that you're Jewish? Like they'll say that to me and I'm like, oh, sometimes it depends. Yeah. Sometimes they'll say, if it's somebody who happens to be like evangelistic, they'll say, girl, you need Jesus.
Yeah.
But I said, other than that, my background's Jamaican and there's a decent Jewish population in Jamaica. And so there's a nice, we have Chabad is there. And it's like, so it's not, Jamaicans aren't as like, but that was a long way to ask a question. So do you ever find that you get from African Americans like
well,
you may not. Like you may not.
Read the comments online. You will find.
Are you serious?
Yeah, unfortunately, the African American community in general is not very happy with me being Jewish and marrying a light-colored Jewish man. That's even making it all worse. And I lived in Holland for a few months. You must have read that in the book also. And it was always, you Jewish girl? I've never seen a Jew look like you. Like comments like that.
You did that accent.
Always got that. And the energy often just changes when people then find out that she's Jewish. Oh, then they assume you're arrogant. And I feel like I'm really not arrogant, but I always get that assumption quickly, or you must marry a white guy and he got you into becoming. I get all sorts of, but unfortunately, it's often just too often negative. Too often, and that's really unfortunate. Yeah.
Wow. Okay, now I'm gonna have to go because I try and avoid comments.
Yeah.
I actually
me too.
do because it's just it just it makes you want to like shower, because it's just like the crap that I read sometimes. I'm like, really, really.
Yeah, and that's another thing. The assumptions, as if they know you personally. They have all these judgments and assumptions ready. Oh, she's this.
Yeah.
Oh, she's that. She must be this. She must have done that. She this, she that, she this, she that. And then I'm like, oh, well, I did not know. When did I become this?
Yeah,
or when was I...
Thank you for telling me who I am.
Exactly. That's milk for me.
Yeah, it is. It's frustrating. It is definitely frustrating.
Yeah, well, wow. I didn't know that, honestly. I was so, I would handle it so without such, it wouldn't weigh on me so much. Mm-hmm. I do read often what people have to say. In general, it's all very positive.
Good.
99% of comments are positive. Mm-hmm. But there's some real negative ones out there. But it's at the same time, I'm like, okay, well, whatever. If you feel this way, then okay, you may. Doesn't has nothing to do with me personally. It's your opinion.
Yeah.
But it's not. Of course, it's not nice and pleasant to read.
Yeah. But we've lately too. There's a phenomenon because of COVID and more people online and this and that. There are a lot of brave people who wouldn't dare say anything in person. And sometimes I look at that and I think, oh, you're so brave because you're behind a keyboard. Knock yourself out. Ooh, you're so tough. And then I just and I'm like, wow. And you have a lot of time on your hands. Yeah. Clearly you need a hobby. Go to school.
Unbelievable.
It is kind of nuts.
Really.
I've tried to avoid social media now because of I just can't. I just can't anymore. I can't anymore.
I completely, trust me, I completely understand. I don't respond to anything. That first of all. Because the more you respond, probably, the more you'll get, but the more it goes back and forth there. I wouldn't even go there. But I do read.
Yeah. Yes. But I guess, you have a book. I can avoid it because I don't need to. I'm not looking to see how my book went. I don't need to. Yeah, so I can hide.
Yeah, I hear you.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? This is awesome.
Isn't it?
I gotta come to New York and visit you.
You should. Where are you? In Canada?
I'm in Toronto.
Toronto. Oh wow.
Toronto, yeah.
Yeah, a lot of my friends go there often. Tosh in Toronto.
You need to come with them one time. Come on.
Perhaps.
I've
never been there.
So I still am I owe myself a trip to New York.
Yeah.
It's been about 4
There are buses
years.
going from where you are straight to New York.
Oh, excuse me, I'm a princess. I will not be.
Okay.
No, it's not I'm a princess. I'm getting older. I need creature comforts. So that so I can get up off the seat without my hips locking. Okay.
Direct flights.
I need a direct flight.
Sounds like my mom.
Oh yeah, there's a point where it's like no.
Yeah,
I came back from
one of those. She flies to New York. Certain airlines and only direct flights. Even if it's a 2-hour layover, she will not do it.
Your mother is right. once you start having those layovers, that's when, first of all, you have to get out of your comfortable position. Then you got to deal with stuff. Then you know your luggage is going to go missing. And
No.
okay,
I
whatever,
always,
Sarah.
that's so fun. Me, if I travel with my kids, of course I can pay for a direct flight, but
Yeah.
as stingy as I am, if I can save
Frugal,
500
frugal.
bucks,
Say frugal. You're not
frugal.
frugal.
I will save those 500 bucks and have my 2 hour, 3 hour layover. I just do that. And then we'll make a whole adventure of it. Wherever we are, we have to buy a magnet. If we are at Switzerland, Frankfurt, we buy a magnet for the fridge. Just to prove we've been there,
Okay.
So that's
and I'm
whole
actually
thing.
thinking that sounds good, but I still also see my luggage going missing.
Well, if your luggage goes missing, then the airlines, they owe you a lot. So that's.
But then I'll be wearing the same clothes. Because I am cheap. I am not buying new clothes.
No. I do have to say, I do pack always an extra set of clothing in our hand luggage in case our luggage
Just in case,
go
okay.
missing.
So you've thought of that too.
Yes, but if I can save a few hundreds for a layover,
Okay, fair.
my
you're a
mother
better
won't
woman
do
than
it.
I.
She will not do it. But
Okay, so your mother and I
yeah.
will travel together, and we'll meet you 18 days later wherever we are. But yeah, I'm due a trip to New York.
Yeah.
I will look you up because I would love to meet you in person.
Yes. I would love to also. It would be so nice. It would be
oh
so
my gosh. Well,
Yeah.
thank you, Sarah. Thank you so much. Thank you.
It's a pleasure.
Oh, I'm so happy to have met you. You see, I'm smiling so much. My face is hurting a little. Thank you for coming on this show.
Boy.
And a reminder to everyone, don't forget to purchase That Black Hasidic Lady. You can get it on Amazon. You can get it in Kindle. You can get it in paperback. You can get all three. Get all three and share it. So absolutely well worth the read. I told you, one sitting. It's amazing.
Thank
Amazing.
you.
So thank you very much for joining us today.
Thank you.
Riv Kush is hosted by me, Rivka Campbell. We're produced and edited by Michael Freeman. Our theme music is by Westside Gravy. We're proudly sponsored by the Canadian Race Relations Foundation and hosted by the CJN Podcast Network. If you like this episode, please subscribe wherever you listen to podcasts. To support our work and everything else the CJN does, visit thecjn.ca/donate to make a monthly donation and receive a charitable tax receipt. Thanks for listening.
Scattered in the wind, never scattered too thin. To remember where we come from and the gold that's within. Zahav Yerushalayim, Asur Lishkoach, Hakdushat Haaretz, Shenoten Lanu Koach.